throw some traps out there.
Yeah. They would have to, yeah, I don't know, you can have them do that, but they only come back like once, because it's that season too. I think it's been doing longer than that, but Andy came home after a week in Europe and said, there's mouse droppings. I'm like, yeah, well, in the garage, that's out of my, and he's already caught some. So, I mean, they can't come once a month and catch one in the beginning and then leave it there for a month. That's nasty.
That is true. It is a daily process when you're trying to attack.
Yeah, that is something Shauna does not do, is mouse trap. And actually, I throw the entire thing away. So, I know.
Yes.
I just live with them. There's no problem with them being there, really. I got rid of the duck food finally. You know, we had that big can of duck food out there forever. I dumped that. Thought that might help, but no.
Woof. All right. Well, thanks for the warning, Doug. We get some in the church, but I haven't seen any yet this fall. I'm surprised I haven't actually.
Hasn't been cold enough yet.
Give it time.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have them at our house, but yeah.
Well, you need a rat cat from Chicago. My brother lives in Andersonville area of the city, and they have a rat cat. It's a feral cat.
Yeah.
Lives outside there.
They clip its one ear so you know it's not somebody's cat. And these cats, and they're neutered, and they just go around taking care of the rat problem in the city.
There you go.
So I'll have to ask my brother how they have his rat. Yeah, for the shed.
All right. Well, thank you, Renata, for moving us along. Thank you, everybody. Good work. It's great to have minds that can think about all these things and come up with solutions. So thank you for each of you for all that you do to help that to happen.
Just something I noticed the other day. There was parked in behind the church next to the Boy Scout was a cab from a semi-trailer. Someone had taken parked their cab around the back there. I didn't know if that was something anyone was aware of, or.
Yeah, we had police interaction. So someone has done it. Someone did it maybe 6 weeks ago on a Tuesday because quilters were there, and I went in, and it wasn't just the cab, it was the entire trailer with the semi. And I was there unloading some stuff from Mikasa, and so I went in and asked the quilters, do any of you know anything? And they said he was showing up about the time we got here, and we thought that he was making a U-turn because he pulled into the parking lot and turned, but then he parked there. And he had the lights on and the truck, I think, running at that point. So I didn't go up to it, and then the next day it was gone. And so I figured maybe somebody is like, I don't know what it was, but this time he was there and it was just the cab. And so Lisa called the police, and the policeman went up. I was, again, doing stuff for Mikasa, happened to be there, so I went over to talk to him, and he was banging on the door in case the guy was just there taking a nap, the guy or girl. I don't want to be sexist, but the plates, and tracked it to Huntington Commons Apartments. No name with it, just an address. And so the police, Lisa probably knows, maybe I'll follow up with her, but the police officer was going to go and say, I'll go to the address. He said, what do you want to do? He was asking me, and he said, I can ticket him. And I said, you know what, I'd like to just let the person know this is not appropriate for them to be here, and our lot really isn't in any condition to have semis pulling in and out of it right now. So if you can find them, if you're willing to find them and tell them they need to move and not park here, that'd be great. If you can't find them, then I guess we need to ticket it, and that sends the same message. And so they must have
working.
Do you know, Wendy, did they find
Huh?
who it was?
I believe,
I'm
yes.
on
I know they
board.
did find
Yeah, I'm on the board of
who it was. I
Sure.
can't remember.
I was
Sorry.
surprised. I assumed it was somebody in that neighborhood who, on
Yeah.
that street, who was visiting someone and just wanted to park their, or lives there and wanted to park their rig while they weren't working. So I was surprised it was quite that far away in Huntington Commons, because that's the apartments that are a little
Right.
ways away. Not that far, but still they had to walk quite a bit. But I guess one of the neighbors on that street, I also called the church office, and that might be why Lisa called the police, because they said, hey, why do you have a semi there? Is that safe? Is there?
Yeah, and I think it would make neighbors nervous. Yeah, just like what's going on. Yeah.
Right. So I think it's resolved, but yes, it's good that others noticed it.
How did you notice it, Richard? Was just when you were driving past, or?
While I was putting the something.
Oh, okay. Okay. So would that have been on a weekend or on an evening?
It was in an evening. It was a Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and they I mean, so far over next to the Boy Scout trailer, I didn't even know if they could get out the first time he did it, but I'm sure it's so that they're not noticeable from Gulf Road.
Yeah, that's interesting. And maybe not even if we're coming in and out of the office door would we see him, right?
You'd have to look right, but yeah.
Okay.
A couple times.
I mean, I didn't notice when I was, but it was only when I was leaving that I sort of drove past the building and
Yeah.
saw it then when I was, in the window well area.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
chased off kids parking in that same spot numerous times when I'm mowing. Sometimes pickup trucks park there too. I think it's just to rest or to hide from a boss or something while they're supposed to be working or who knows what. But
Well,
usually you just go over and they leave.
the police officer who's on our beat actually parks back there at least, I don't know. Seems like I see him every week or two. I don't know, Shauna, if you've ever seen him back there. Just to do his paperwork or whatever. But he kind of parks like right back there. So he may be likely to run into anybody that, or maybe that's why he parks back there. I don't know.
You might be hiding from his boss.
He might be. He might be. It's not a good location if you're trying to catch speeders on Gulf Road. So,
Right.
Just
but
one
that's-
other
I usually
thing.
see him. It seems like I see him like it's early morning, like a Saturday morning. If we have a funeral, he's back. I mean, not because we have a funeral, but that's his place, way back there. So, sorry. Go ahead, Doug.
Just one other quick thing. You may have noticed there's a bunch of trees sitting in the back by the shed there. Those are the ones I took down by the front door when we had the, there's large fir trees that used to block the window
Yes.
by the, so they're waiting to be cut up. Someday I'll get around to getting a chainsaw over there and hack them into small enough pieces that we can get rid of them. The sign did want them, let me know.
I don't have an opinion. I just was trying to remember what you had told me.
Originally, we just took the one out, and then it looked funny, so then we took a second one out, and after that, we discussed the third one, but it seemed to look okay, so it's a lot of work, so we left it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that.
And there's plastic sheeting put on a lot of those gardens where we were growing thistles. I noticed it when I mow by it. That must be a Lois project.